Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of This English Malarkey. It's January, so Happy New Year to everybody. Today we're going to be talking to people about their New Year's resolutions and what they are and whether they think they can keep them and things like that. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. Thank you very much. What's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to get more exercise and eat more healthy.
That's good, pretty solid. Yourself?
I don't have one.
No,
I always forget about them, so I stopped bothering.
Okay, yeah. Have you ever? So you have made them in the past? Then?
Yeah, but I've never done them because I always forget.
All right. Bit of motivation needed there, perhaps.
Could be.
Yeah. What's your New Year's resolution?
Well, I want to get tasered a little more this year.
You want to get tasered?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, like when you're bad and the police taser you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I thought you meant.
So,
Okay.
like last year, I said I wanted to get tasered less.
Okay.
But I could use the excitement this year.
Okay. So you've actually been tasered.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What were you doing to get tasered?
Just training.
Okay.
Training. I'm a trainer. That's what I do.
Okay. So you were tasing people and getting tasered.
Getting
as well?
tased, yeah.
Okay.
It's like very involved tag. If you ever know the game tag, where you tap somebody and then
They're it.
it's like that, except they're it for about 2 minutes.
Wow, that's the best one I've heard. So your resolution was to be tasered more.
A little more, just
Okay.
not crazy.
Okay.
Maybe 2 more times.
Fair play. Thank you very much for your answer. Appreciate it. That's it.
I don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Okay, tell us more.
Well, just because, the sun orbits the earth doesn't mean that anything in your life has changed.
Okay.
So it's not a magical year suddenly. And I think New Year gives people false hope because if they've had a bad year, they really think things are going to be better, and then they're not, and they make resolutions, and when it all falls apart, they feel worse.
Okay.
So I do think you should, throughout the year, if something's not working for you, you should figure out how to change it and not make one day or 1 month magical New Year.
Okay.
So I think it's much more effective just to try and live in a way that you support yourself without putting pressure on yourself for this one big year and putting everything off.
Okay.
Yeah, so
like
no
that.
New Year's resolutions.
No. What's your New Year's resolution?
The same as every year, is to get fitter, less fat, and healthier.
Okay. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Almost exactly the opposite. It's to have very realistic goals, stay fat, be chilled, not worry too much about things.
Okay. That sounds a lot easier to achieve. I think,
Yeah,
that
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm so many years of not being realistic about my New Year's resolutions.
I think I picked the harder option.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so too. Do you think it's important to be quite realistic with them then?
I don't really take New Year very seriously anyway, to be honest. But I know that I'm not going to keep to them if I do serious ones. So I tend to do once a year during Lent, despite not being religious. I do Lent when I go on the straight and narrow, and I eat raw food only, and I don't drink alcohol, and I don't do anything, and everything.
Okay.
And that's my New Year. That's when I think about where I'm going with life.
Okay.
So this New Year's meaningless, really.
What's your New Year's resolution?
I don't have any.
You don't have one. Have you ever made one before?
Not for a long, long time.
Okay. Do you remember any of them, perhaps?
No.
Okay.
No.
And
Sorry if
so-
that's not very helpful.
It's fine. So why did you choose not to make them?
Because I lead a pretty perfect life anyway. I think.
Oh,
No, I
do
think
you?
I think
Okay.
I no.
Very
no,
fortunate then.
No, I don't. No, I don't think there's anything that I really want to give up or to change.
Okay.
I'm happy with what I do. I've been around a long time, so I've honed it down to what I really want.
Okay, brilliant. That's where most people want to get to, I guess.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, good stuff. Thank you.
Okay.
What are your New Year's resolutions?
Well, my resolution this year is I want to not buy from the high street anymore. I want to buy only from charity shops when it comes to clothing. So I want to do more for charity.
All right. And so is that your motivation behind it, to do more of it?
My motivation behind it is going to save a bit of money. I've been on a quite serious weight loss this past year, so I'm finding I'm getting through clothes really quickly, so buying them at charity shops makes it a lot easier for me to make the most of that, and also it does something good for charity as well at the same time, so it's a double hit.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's going well so far. 5 days into it.
5 days in. Well, I've not really needed anything, but I have just bought a new jumper from the British Heart Foundation down there, so yeah, it's going all right.
Nice one. There are loads of charity shops around here.
There
Bit
are,
of
yeah.
a circuit.
There is, yeah. There's a whole lot, so it's reasonably easy to do it. There you go.
Brilliant. Okay, so how's it going so far? What, 5 days in?
Oh, good. We just went rock climbing today. That's my exercise done.
Very nice. Where did you go?
Rainbow
Rocket in where is it?
By
Near
the cinema.
Okay, well, I'll have to go as well. I love rock climbing. I've not been for ages.
Yeah, it's like Boulder. It's the free climbing.
Sounds good.
It's-
Yeah, bouldering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds very good.
That's good.
So have you made any in the past then?
I couldn't tell you what they were.
You couldn't
If
tell
I
me?
have, I've never achieved them.
Okay, fair enough.
At least I've never noticed that.
How do you feel about them in general then?
Fine with it?
Yeah.
I guess it's a nice thing.
If you can keep to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a difficult thing. Anything else to add at all, folks?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. What is your New Year's resolution?
Not to make New Year's resolution because I know I'll break them.
Okay. Is that something that's happened to you before then?
I know, yes, it has because I know I'll break them.
Okay, very nice. Have you got an example of one you may have made before?
Yeah, not to fall in love, not to break up, not to cost me money. That if you're in a relationship, you'd obviously do, and that's cost. Well, being the male of the species, it costs us more than we're not taken for granted, but it's the thing to do.
Mine's been to use my phone less and start reading more.
Okay. Bit of a digital detox then.
Yeah, I spend too much time like scrolling through social media. It's like it's not great for mental health and stuff like that.
Okay, I like that.
Get clarity of mind.
That does make sense, actually.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Well, I'm supposed to lose weight. It's a typical one. One probably we have every year, and then works for about a month. We've just been out eating, so
It's not said that too well.
Well, we do have to eat every day anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my wife's not doing sweet treats, so I keep forgetting to not offer the chocolate, so it happens. Okay. And yourself, what's your New Year's resolution?
I want to try and finally get my driver's license.
Okay. Yeah, and that sounds like something you can achieve. How's that?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if it doesn't all go horribly wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Have you started already?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay. Well, I wish you best of luck with that, and for yourself as well.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any other comments about it at all?
No, I don't think so.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's good then. Really appreciate your time, folks. Thank you. Why do you think people make them?
Because a lot of it is they feel obligated to make them.
Okay.
It's a tradition probably around the world. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah. So, are you usually quite successful with them or not?
I don't usually go for New Year's resolutions because I think they're a bit cheesy sometimes. But a few times I have gone for them, they've been not too bad.
Okay.
I think I usually go for something that like I'll aim quite high, and then if it doesn't turn out 100%, then it's still fine because I've still made some progress, I guess.
Yeah. Still bettering yourself somehow. Okay.
Set yourself high goals.
All right. Is that a similar situation you found yourself in?
I think I'm probably the opposite actually because I think if you set yourself realistic goals, then you're more likely to achieve them, rather than if you set too high goals, then if you fail to meet them, then you'll just be like, well, that's done then. I can't reach them anyway.
Okay, two very different points of view then. That's brilliant. Okay, well, that's perfect, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have you ever made one in the past?
I have, and they've never worked. And I decided last year to eat more healthy, which I'm doing, and to look for possibly a different kind of job. But I'm not relying on it all happening this year. It might take a year or two. But it's just the start of the process, and that doesn't have to start today.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm really famous. This is why I've been interviewed.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So how's that gone? Have you done the same one every year, you said?
Well, it tends to be the same one every year, but it's going well so far. I've stuck to it. We're six days in, and so far so good.
The world hasn't
you ask me again in 6 months' time, and we'll see if I'm still on it.
Well, to be honest, if you guys are living in Cambridge, you'll see me probably the weekend. So I'll be checking up on you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gone on Tuesday back to Cape Town.
Okay. Well, I won't be able to check out on you then.
But that's very cool.
I'm around.
It's quite a fun thing that you're doing.
Cool, thank you very much. That's
welcome.
it, folks. Well, wasn't that fun talking about New Year's resolutions? And I understand it's the middle of January. I tried my best to get this video out as quick as I could. So maybe my New Year's resolution should be to work on this English Malarkey a little bit more. I'm trying my best here. Anyway, if you've got a New Year's resolution, let me know in the comments and or on Instagram, wherever you want to write it. Keep learning English. I'll be here as and when I can. And remember, you've got this English Malarkey. What was that? What was that? You've got this English Malarkey.